All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about both the Truck Series and Xfinity Series here. This is not me letting off the gas. This is just me realizing that nobody's going to watch this stuff this weekend. And the people who support us and stuff, you guys have my Discord. You guys can message me. And, I'll be doing my live shows and stuff too. But in terms of these videos, I gotta let off the throttle a little bit for this weekend alone. Once everybody loses their ass on NFL this weekend, once they go over budget, they have their budget for September, but then they blow it all week one, and then they're mad that their, game stack, their secret game stack of like the Jets didn't work out. They're like, oh, well, okay, I guess I'll go back to other sports or something. So, whatever there. Let's talk Xfinity Series first, because I think this is the more interesting of the two races this weekend between Truck and Xfinity. I also want to bring your attention to something that has been popping up more and more recently in these late fall Kansas races. Okay, we did run Kansas twice in 2020 due to the fact that they just needed people there and stuff, or they need a second date there due to the whole COVID thing. But I want to, let me line these up. We got 20. Okay, cool. So let's just look at how these races are playing out in terms of all these yellows. Okay? These are some big old yellows. A lot of race, a lot of wrecking. Nearly a fifth of the race ran under caution. Average green flag lap 17 here. And normally I don't like to use racing reference, but it's a good visualization when we need here. Playoff contender involved in a wreck. We're seeing that guys that are in decent cars involved in wrecks. The Junior Motorsports car, certainly the Penske car. We're seeing other guys, just get caught up in wrecks and stuff. And this was a brutal Harrison Burton too. That was the other guy I was looking for. So this was 3 good cars involved in a wreck, and we can see people who would normally run, in the 20s end up finishing in the teens. That was 2019. We go back in the fall race, the playoff race, the fourth to last race in 2020, and boy, oh boy, even less of a green flag run, more cautions. And we look at the people involved. Championship contender, good car, and decent. Championship contender, good car. So that's 3. I'm holding 4 right now, but I'm taking Anthony Alfredo out. That is 3 cars that are front runners. Like, this ain't, they're wrecking for like 9th or something. These are guys wrecking for the lead. Go back and watch these restarts real fast. These guys are getting so stupid. I mean, look at this. Gigantic wreck here. Even in this one, I don't think we had a gigantic wreck, but we had multiple wrecks on restarts. Okay. Now we go to last year's fall race. Okay, looking pretty decent. A lot of these guys survived. A lot of good playoff guys still up front. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let's give it a second here. Harrison Burton, Noah Gragson taken out in a wreck when they're trying on a restart. I mean, look at these. Look at the amount of cautions we have here. I would easily look at it being probably 22% of this race ran under yellow. Very short-ish runs, We'll probably have one long run, because we nearly always have one long run. This one had 2. One long run, kind of a long run. But stage 3, going to get absolutely stupid. These restarts going to get absolutely stupid because you can't pass. Okay, and so take that with a grain of salt when we're looking at the Xfinity Series race this weekend. I think this is a place where you might want to be underweight on people, or maybe not underweight, but maybe don't play your normal, amounts of being aggressive with people, because I fully believe that we're going to have championship contenders and good cars, fast cars get involved in wrecks in some form or fashion in this race, whether it be people like Jones, whether it be people like Noah Gragson, whether it be like it. There, let me actually bring up all the drivers real fast. Sorry, I had to open this up. So when we look here, these top 12 guys, from Creed to Gragson, it would not shock me if 4 of these guys get taken out in a wreck this week, if not more. Okay? Could be any of these people. So, at least for me, I have, because I saw this happening last year, played light at Kansas. I was very worried about your favorite, like the race favorite getting taken out. People who are going to lead laps get taken out. I would kind of encourage the same stance this week. I think this race is going to get incredibly stupid. I think we're going to have just constant wrecks, constant restarts, okay? This also makes the value range and the guys who run, in the 20s playable. It is no longer a sense of who has the fastest car in this range. It is who is just not going to wreck, who's going to be so slow that they aren't involved in wrecks. I can tell you right now, Chris Wright, probably one of the worst NASCAR drivers in history. Like, this is not an exaggeration. Graf is bad too. But in terms of Chris Wright, in terms of his starts versus instants per races, the guy is way up there in one of the it's wild, man. He's from road racing, but he has like so little talent. I can tell you right now, Chris Wright ain't finishing this race. There's just no way Chris Wright is not involved in a wreck this week. But when we start looking at these guys like Stephen Parsons, Joey Gaze is going to be slow, not on pace. Is he going to wreck? I don't think so. I think being slow here is a good thing. Jesse Iwuji, no updates to the entry list, okay? We don't believe that he has a military obligation, all right? So we need to be aware that Jesse Iwuji will most likely start this race. He is going to get on owner points, so if he uses a provisional, probably be starting in the 30s. I think Jesse's worth an interest. Disregard the projections right now. These just put in, clearly we are, this is Thursday and stuff. We're not projecting Iwuji to win this race, but I think Iwuji's in play, man. I think, and this is both a fun slate to play and a rough slate to, kind of critique up until we have qualifying, up until we have practice and stuff and live shows. Like, I think everybody is in play. Like, if you're building a line, certainly guys who offer you a place differential back here, I would probably prioritize place differential over potential fit. Like, head to head right now, let me try and Bailey Curry and Matt Mills. Okay, right here, head to head, Bailey Curry all the way. Right here, finishing position, Bailey Curry all the way. But in a race where we're going to have a lot of wrecks, in a race where Matt Mills would most likely start farther behind Bailey Curry, where usually a normal week, if Bailey Curry would start 29th, we're getting a great day from him finishing 20th, whereas this is a week where we can take Matt Mills starting 25th, and he can finish 25th, or starting 35th, and he can finish 25th. I would prioritize place differential and the lower-owned guys in races like this, who are ugly plays that I think you should honestly have ownership to. I'd be concerned about Dylan wrecking out, but AO, I think he's in play if he qualifies in. Dylan's in play. Jesse, Howie, Matt Mills, everybody in the value range is in play. I like Joey Gaze. I think he's going to take care of the car. He won't be involved in anything. So keep that in mind this week. This race is going to be one of attrition. Up here, any of these guys can wreck, man. If you're looking to get different, and so is like ranked first in 5 lap, first in 10 lap, first in 15 lap. To be honest, this might be the week to. It wouldn't be stupid to fade the guy, to fade the favorite, because the favorite has been wrecked a lot here at Kansas. Okay, so keep that in mind with the Xfinity Series. Now Truck Series, on the other hand, I think the Truck Series is very, very, very straightforward. I think it's Zane Smith all the way. I think it is absolutely Ryan Pearce all the way, and whatever KBM guy you want to try and fit in here. But I don't think Nemechek, I don't think Chandler Smith have the speed to beat Pearce and Smith on a head-to-head. If anything, I would probably consider going to Corey Heim there. So if we're building like that, if we're chasing Zane Smith, if we're chasing Ryan Pearce, which is what I'm going to do on Friday, short window to make lines, very busy day on Friday, all right? I'm playing Zane Smith. I'm playing Pearce. Whether it's those two together, whether it's those two one off, I'll have a lot of ownership to. Not like whether. I'm saying I'm going to have lineups with both of them in there. I'm going to have lineups with one or the other in there. Probably more with both, because I think they're going to contend for the race win more than the other cars. If that's the case, we need to figure out what value plays we want to go with what people in the value range that we want to go with. I think Tyler Hill is in play. We have seen instances here at Kansas specifically where, just a cheap 4 to 5K guy gets in there due to the fact that we need the laps led, and it's gonna, in my opinion, it's gonna be by Zane Smith. It's gonna be by Ryan Pearce. Tyler Hill probably projects best of the 4K guys. I think he's going to be able to outperform Blaine. I think he's going to be able to certainly outperform everybody else there. Lawless, just depends on how stupid he gets. I think Spencer Boyd is a good play. I think Jesse Little is a good play. I want to try and be underweight on Jack Wood, Dean Thompson, Lawless, because I think Jack Wood will probably project out pretty well, but he'll fucking wreck like he does every week. I don't want to pay $5,700 for Dean Thompson. I don't want to pay $52 for Lawless Allen. So at the bottom of the value range that I like, that I see myself using a lot of, Tyler Hill, Spencer Boyd, Jesse Little. Those are the three drivers that I want to try and use in a majority of my line. Hopefully Tyler Hill can qualify. If that doesn't happen, I'll talk about it on the stream on Friday if that's a situation that does happen to happen. Does happen to happen. Okay. Haley Deegan, I think this might be a race where we might want to try and be aggressive on her, because the DGR cars are going to have speed. They're going to have an advantage. We have seen that time and time again. We are past the point. Remember earlier in the year when everybody's like, Haley Deegan sucks. Haley Deegan is terrible. She is bad. It's like, remember when that was the case, when everybody just absolutely shit on her based on her finishes here? Well, let's look at kind of the finishes recently, okay? I understand we haven't been to a ton of intermediate tracks, but running 23rd fastest at Nashville, turning that into a... she got involved in an incident at Nashville. I forgot about that. The 17th of Texas, Kansas, 17th. Those would be the projections that I would probably end up going with, because really during the bad swing, we had a projector for like 23rd, 24th, 22nd. I'll probably end up giving Haley Deegan a projection anywhere from probably 18th to 15th. I think it's $6,300. It's going to want to fit her in. I think her direct competition is going to be the place differential that Fogelman and that Timmy Hill might have. But I think the pool is pretty small and pretty, maybe not obvious, but below $7,000. It's Fogelman, it's Hill, it's Deegan, Little, Spencer Boyd, Perkins, and Tyler Hill. I think those are the guys that you work with to try and fit in as many of the main guys up top as possible. That is Zane Smith, that is Ryan Pearce, and so on and so forth. I will probably not be using a ton of the 9K range this weekend. I don't think I'm going to end up getting to Hocevar. Don't think I'll end up getting to a lot of Eckes unless these guys just absolutely crap the bed in qualifying. Rhodes, Kligerman, Stewart, Friesen. If I had to prioritize one guy from here, it would probably be Ben Rhodes. But those are my main real takeaways. Focusing on getting Zane Smith and Pearce in a majority of my lines, and focusing on understanding where I want to go for the value range for the truck series and stuff. So real quick, like I said, trying to get through this because I doubt people are going to watch. I know you want to check out NFL stuff. I won't keep you too long. So thank you for being here. Check out the live shows Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'll be here right before all the races, or Saturday and Sunday. It'll be in the mornings. But yeah, if you got any questions, message me on Twitter, message me on Discord. If you're a part of the Discord, you can just either... I prefer you just do it in the chat log, just so other people can see it in case other people have those questions and stuff. But I thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the live shows this weekend. And yeah, thank you very much.